Welcome to the Cosy Cottage virtual reality tour. We will show you the house and the gardens. As you can see, Cosy Cottage is a tile-hung 1860s Victorian cottage that is set down a country lane that's not far from Wagners Wells and about 5 minutes or 10 minutes walk to the main village of Greyshot. We're now going to go through and show you the front garden. Right, as you see, we pass through the gates here and into what I call the breakfast area. Okay, at the front here, as you can see, we've laid it up for the breakfast area here. The space is ideal for a table of either 4 or 6 and be an ideal dining space for the evenings in the summer. We have all the nice bird table, etc. The lane itself, this direction takes you down to Wagners Wells, and that direction takes you up more towards the outskirts of the village. As you can see, we have the parking space out the front where lots of the cars, your guests, will park on the side of the road there, which has always been used for many years. Right, okay, so looking back at the house, you can see we've got all the flower borders at the front here. We also have the calagas at the centre there, which can be filled up once or twice a year. So as you look at the house here, you'll see that we've got all the original features. The windows itself and the roof and the electrics, etc. We fully restored the house around about 7 years ago. So it's all in amazing condition. It also gives you that 1860s look with it being warm and cosy without the damp and the coldness of normally these heritage houses. So see here? So now we're going to walk along and go into the house and show you around the house. Right, as we're walking up the path here, you can see we've got area here for pots and ferns and other plants if you wish. We will have a traditional grass roller and obviously a Belfast sink there as well. Over to the right, we do have a flower bed there, which runs down to the gate where we entered. Okay, so spinning round, there we go. We shall go up the path into the utility room. On the right hand side here, we do have another flower bed area here for trading plants, etc. if you wish. Right, okay, so we have obviously the dining room area there. So here we go. The utility room has a combination lock on the door, so it allows you easy access. As you go in, it's really a space for the washing machine, all your extra bits and pieces, cleaning products and stuff like that, and of course your fine collection of wines, which will be in the corner there, which is really lovely. And the room itself has lots and lots and lots of space that is crammed into such a small area, which is fantastic. This oak also matches the kitchen, which is brilliant. Obviously there's space there for your washing machine. Previous tenants in this house had washer dryers and it all connects onto the drain just there, which takes you out into the main pipework in the street. Okay, we have an access door there, which is just to the back of the house for maintenance. We also have a radiator, which keeps this room at a nice temperature in winter. Right, okay, so we're now going into the main house and we will give you the guided tour of the main part of the house. Here we have the porchway, which has timed lights, so when it gets dark they move by movement sensors, making it warm and inviting for you and your guests entering into Cosy Cottage. We now enter into the porchway. In the porch you'll find there's space for boots, etc. to be down there, and also hanging space for all your coats and hats, etc. Now on the left hand side we also have the porch or downstairs toilet, which is very much in keeping with the Victorian style, the beautiful wood trim that came through. You have the radiator and a small basin, and we also have the classic Victorian style loo there with a nice wooden toilet seat, which is lovely. Okay, right, so that again, because of the radiator, keeps at a lovely temperature. In the porch here, like I said, we have some space, but we also have a Velux window as well, which keeps in natural light, keeping down your power bills, but also making it light and airy. As you can see here, we have an original door, which is in the same colour scheme as the front door, and with the beautiful brass trimmings, etc. Now we're going to enter into the kitchen. The kitchen itself is solid oak, like I mentioned, and matches the utility room. You have lots of space that's built into this little kitchen to make sure it houses all the food, etc. that you may require. Now the ceiling itself is vaulted, so it gives it lots of light and also extra room, so you never feel it's a dark dingy space because it is light and airy, which is really nice. Very much classic features with the space for your kitchen clock, etc. It is powered with electricity, so you have the electric oven there, and grill, and also hob as well. Right, and we have obviously the cabinets above. So, right, we're now going to enter into the dining room, and the dining room itself is very traditional with picture rails that obviously you can hang all your pictures round. We do have this Victorian style fireplace which has a marble surround, and we swing round. We have an understair cupboard. In the cupboard itself is very classic. It has lots of space for all those extras like suitcases and bits and pieces. You can see I've got bits and pieces in there. Right, okay, so as you swing around, you've got some spaces for your ironing board and your iron, more coats and bags, hats and all the rest of it. The electricity point there is, and then we have obviously a cabinet for other bits and pieces. Now at the bottom we do have your freezer, because the kitchen is too small to accommodate it really, and also we've used it for cupboard space, which we felt was more important at the time. Right, okay, so as we swing round, you also have a beautiful Victorian wooden wall there, which is where the staircase is. And as we come round, you've got large windows that lets in light, and the classic pelmets, which is fabulous. We also have a candelabra there, which has a dimmer switch, so you can alter the mood of the room by just changing the lights. And as you can see, it free flows into the kitchen, which makes this perfect. You could use this room as a sitting room if you wish. Anyway, we shall now flow through and go up the stairs into the master bedroom. The house has accommodated modern touches, like in the case of these three lights, which are a beautiful feature of the house. Modern yet classic. The practical side of it is that you can always change the light bulbs from the staircase. You don't need a ladder. So as you can see there, beautiful feature, and I think they really work well in the space. Right, we shall now go into the master bedroom, which is approximately the same size as the sitting room downstairs, which you will see in just a moment. Quite easy, we'll take a king size bed. The windows there have a view out onto the street, and also the breakfast area, which is below. Right, so as you swing round, again the vintage touches regarding fireplaces, and also with the windows you've got pelmets up here, which is such a classic look. The house up here has also been fully insulated. We sellotext in the walls, and we also put extra sellotext before plastering. So the house actually gets a lot warmer as you come upstairs. We also had classic insulation put in the walls downstairs as well. So it really is an insulated, cosy house, which makes it also cheaper to run with fuel. Now going into the back bedroom. It could be used as a bedroom, it could be ideal for a home office, it could be used as a walk-in wardrobe depending on what your passions are. An art room, the list is endless. The view here is up the garden, and it's very pleasant. You normally see all the birds flittering about. Got quite a friendly robin. Right, above the stairs we have a fitted cupboard, and in the cupboard you'll find that there's hanging space and extra shelves. We also have the cables applied here for a TV, because I was at one stage going to have a TV put on the wall above the cupboard, which I thought would be a nice touch. But all the cables are there should you need them. Right, passing back through the house, we now turn and I will show you the boiler. Okay, this services the house. We've also got all the pumps for the shower, etc. you need for the bathroom, which is behind. The Worcester Bosch, it was all done about 7 years ago. Like I said, we actually bought a bigger system than that was required, because we thought that a bigger system wouldn't struggle and actually last a lot longer. So we invested in a much better, bigger unit. So that runs all the central heating here, which I said was colour gas. And above you do have the attic hatch, which is slightly boarded up there, so you can put extra bits and pieces. We also have something called a coffin tank, which is for water. So it fills up, so it always makes sure that the flow within the cottage is a good flow. And if you had all the taps on and the bath and everybody flushing the loo, the whole house would still carry on functioning perfectly. We're now going through into the bathroom. The bathroom is classic modern, as you can see by its toilet seat and cupboard, etc. It has a dark grey tiles, which are large tiles, which are very practical. One, they look very modern and they're very clean and very easy to keep tidy. As you can see here, we have the loo roll holder there. We also have the heated towel rail with the basin and above sink light to help with shaving. We also have the shaving point there for you gentlemen. Right, okay, so as we go round, we have obviously a full length bath there, which is really lovely. And we also have the shower as well, which is very classic. So yes, a very nice, modern, clean bathroom. Okay, so we're now going to go down the stairs and we're going to go into the sitting room, which is below the master bedroom. Here we are into the sitting room. As you can see, another spacious room, well presented. We have a original Victorian fireplace, which again has been properly certificated and can be used if you wish. I've used them very much as being decorative, but it's nice to know that you can on a winter's night light up the fire and eat marshmallows or whatever you want to do. So again, in here we have the classic side lights on the wall, and we also have the chandelier above, which again is on a dimmer switch, so you can change the mood here if you wanted just to relax. Equally, have it brighter if you want to read. With regards to the windows, as you can see, we've actually kept all the monkey tails. The style of the windows was actually perfectly matched to the originals to keep the true feel of the house and its vintage style. Here we had the front door, which you saw at the beginning of our tour, which has got the garland on it. So you can, if you wanted to, obviously when you use this as a dining area, you could walk through and obviously have your drinks, etc., or social event out here. So it's nice how they all link together. Right, so we're now going to walk back through the house to give you an idea of, again, where everything is. So at the front of the house, like I said, we have the sitting room. You then pass through, which is the hallway, where you have the stairs that lead to the master bedroom to the left, and also to the small bedroom to the right, and also the bathroom and airing cupboard as well. So you then pass straight through, back through, and the dining room, back into the kitchen. We go out through the door into the porch, and we now go out through the porch, and we now go up the garden. As you see, we're passing down the path which you saw earlier, with a nice flower bed on the left, and we go up the garden, which is on an incline. The garden itself is around about 145 feet long, and has lots of different areas for you to enjoy. So as you wander around, you can now see the house with the Velux windows from the porch and the kitchen. There's the back bedroom and the bathroom, and then obviously going down to the gate where I came in. Right, so back on with our tour and up the path here. This leads you into your flower bed here. You see with bird table, etc. To the left hand side we have a rhododendron and a chameleon. To the right hand side we have another area for obviously plants or whatever you wish, really. So we're now going into the back part of the garden, where you'll see that you've got a nice area which could be again for dining, relaxating, barbecue, etc. As you can see, going up the path, then this leads also to the shed, which is 6 metres by 3 metres on a split level. We have divided it at the moment because we had tenants in here, so half the shed was for them and half the shed was for us. But you could use it as a home office, as a workshop. My grandfather used to restore vintage motorbikes in it. It could be a walk-in wardrobe, it could be all sorts of things. The list is endless, really. So now look back on the grass area, which catches the sun in the afternoon, and there's the house just there. Right, okay, so now looking at the shed, let's go inside and check out what there is. As you can see, this is a nice sun area here. Even if you just have a nice little deck chair and just sit here, it catches it. Now obviously the sun here at the moment, you know, during the summer there's a lot more and the sun is higher, so the whole house will get a lot more sun than is shown on this video at the moment. Right, okay, as we're going into the shed, we've got the bench and obviously lots of area here for bits and pieces. You could obviously get rid of the windows at the front and put in doors and little steps, and that would take you straight down into the grass area, which is rather nice. In the centre here we do have like panelling there which could be removed, and the shed would then join back together how it was originally. As you can see, I've marked it as the summer house. Okay, so I'm going up to the second level. There we go. So we're scanning back so you can see the full length of the shed, and we're now going into the second part. When the house was rented out, it's quite handy because the first part they had, and the second part, this one, is what I had as well. As you can see, we've got lots of areas for you to store bits and pieces. We've also got duplicates of tiles, vintage and the modern ones, and we also have the other ones here which show you the extras for the side of the house, etc. So there's lots of space in here. We had the original windows here and all sorts. Extra wine thing just in case. Right, okay, so then coming out of the shed, at the top here you've got the gate, and this leads you into a walkway that takes you up into the village, and that's the walkway there that takes you up to the bottom of Hill Road. With our house here, we have got it clearly signed that we do have CCTV, which we do have on the building, and it's there for your own safety, because the world is changing, isn't it, and we all have to cater for a changing world that we live in. As you can see on the sign there, it is marked as private property. This sign also matches the sign on the front of the house. As the closing comments about Cosy Cottage, I would say that It is not just a house, it is a home. It's somewhere to live and enjoy. It's peace, it's quiet. You can hear all the birds singing every morning and in the afternoon. You can probably hear them in the background now. And I would say that this little house has such potential, for cosy life and to be enjoyed. I am the third generation who's owned this house, and it's the first time that this house has come on the market for 80 years. When we restored it about 7 years ago, we went over and above the quality that is actually required to restore the house, because it's a family home, and we dearly want Cosy Cottage to be enjoyed by somebody who's going to enjoy the house and build a life here. So with regards to that, other interesting things that we could say about the house is, like I said, we do have CCTV here. It was fully restored to a high standard, and we hope you have enjoyed our tour. If you need to contact me, please contact us at cozycottagegreyshot@gmail.com or 07899 307 125. Thank you.